Okay. So, did you guys do your analysis worksheet yet?
Yep. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Pretty good. All right.
Okay. So, for the directions, it says to have the person go first whose birthday is closest to today. So, who's
I guess you need to know our birthdays. I don't know. October.
My birthday is October 31st, so probably not me.
Mine's November 14th.
Emily, what do you think? Oh, Emily, when was your birthday?
October 31st.
And then Ellie's is
November 14th.
oh, okay. I guess I'll go first. Mine is October 19th.
Yeah, that's funny. We're all pretty close.
Okay. So I think you should. So we are discussing like the list of successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So my first list of success is like going back to school after staying for 5 years and then being able to graduate with a degree. And the reason why is because I think like my work is like I try to put all into my work and I don't like quitting. So even if things like I just keep going, and I think that's my strength that keeps me going and just achieving what I want. And my success number two is like having a family. Right now I have 2 kids. I had my first when I was in my school like 5 years ago. So this is my second time going to school. Right now, like I'm in the nursing school, yes, but already graduated with respiratory degree, like 5 years ago. Actually, not 5, like 7 years ago. Because then I've been working as a respiratory therapist. So I still did up. I was it was hard, but I never quit school. I just did it, and very impressed with that. Again, I had like a supportive family. My mom and my sister, once I had the baby, they came and helped me. So I feel like that was actually my strength. My third most, my success number three was like having work. I have at work. I just recently got promoted to be a team lead, which I'm not. I don't like being a leader. I mean, I don't know, like I'm always doing stuff, so I don't like being a leader. But after 5 years, they decided to promote me to be a team lead. So I'm struggling with that here, but hey, it's a success. Um, my most recent experience was working, going to work full time, and then going to school full time, and then being a mom. Very hard. Like I had to learn how to multitask and just try to focus. Um, it's hard, but I mean, I'm doing it. um, One success during the past few weeks is, hey, I have a baby. I mean, I had another kid, so my baby's only 7 weeks, but I'm so proud to be a mom again. Even though I'm still going to school and I'm struggling, but I believe like I should make it. I made it last time. I should make it again. So, one anticipated success in the next few weeks is like hoping to get a transfer so I don't have to go to work and go to school. Right now, I'm still paying part of my school fees, which makes me go back to work and go to school and then be a parent. But my friend we have put some small help, and I'm hoping that everything goes well. I can get some help and maybe quit my work and just focus on me and my kids. And that's all.
So I think your reasons why you were successful in all of your entire list was your time management skills, because having to balance work, school, and a family, I can't even imagine how hard that is.
Yeah.
It seems like you're very dedicated to every single thing that you do and want to do the best for everybody. And staying focused and all of that. I think those are the main reasons why you're successful.
Thank you.
I think that throughout your whole presentation, you showed like a ton of motivation, which I give you kudos to, because the Nursing Hope program is so rigorous. And then to be able to balance school, family, and then a new baby on top of a crazy schedule, like I give you major credit, because I'm like struggling just without all of that other excess in there. So good for you. I mean, you were doing awesome, and like you're still here and trugging along. So
thank you. Okay.
Emily, do you want to go next with your presentation?
Yeah, sure. So my first success that I wrote about was buying my car. Last summer, I had a pretty crappy 1998 Chevy Cavalier, and it was like always breaking down. And it was super unreliable to get around town. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go out and make my first big kid purchase. And I bought a brand new 2017 car, which it's super expensive, but it's like a very successful experience, because I've learned how to time management myself with payments and making sure that I have enough money in there, on top of being able to budget the rest of my money around those payments every month. So that was a big success for me, and like a big change going into adulthood and more. My second success that I wrote about was finishing my first triathlon. In high school, I used to run track and then do swimming, and I was like, oh, maybe I should do a triathlon, because you see all those crazy people doing those nowadays. And I was like, oh, I'll try one. So I tried one, and I was insanely nervous, but I ended up being super successful with it. And I got like second place or something in my category, and I was like totally like proud of myself, because I was like multiple times during the whole process, I was like, I just want to stop and walk and throw up and just be done and go home and have a chocolate bar. And I like finished it all. So it was a good experience and pretty big success for me. And then my third success was overcoming an eating disorder that I actually had. It was about 2 years ago when I was at Drake University still. And going through the whole experience, it was a big change in how I had to evaluate my own mental health in addition to my own nutritional assessments, and actually going through therapy and then going through a bunch of different routines and organizational patterns to get back onto where I needed to be. It was a really good experience. And it actually was what kind of got me interested in nursing also. So I'm really glad that that turned out being a success and everything's recovered now. And I like give myself a little bit of kudos, because that was a really hard experience to go through. I would say that out of the three of those, my most successful experience is probably recovering from the eating disorder, just because it was a lot of time and mental restraint that was going on throughout the whole process. And so it was really cool to look back now and be like, wow, I really came a long way from where I was then. So it's nice to see that. And then one success during the past few weeks was getting through all of these first couple of examinations right before midterms for nursing classes, because it seems like they've all been piling up on the same week, and my stress has always been out of control. And so I actually did really well on a few of the exams, and it was like a big success for me to be like, wow, I was able to manage my time management with my stress levels and still be able to do well in my classes. So, and then one anticipated success in the next few weeks, will hopefully be able to continue to keep up my study regimen and be able to maintain those grades. Similar to like the last one, going through the last couple of weeks, but I hope that going into the future and more nursing semesters, I'll be able to keep those successes up, even if they're very little as they go. So.
Yay.
Thank you for sharing. Thanks for sharing about your eating disorder too. I can't imagine that. I think the reasons why you're successful were, again, like determination, wanting to be healthy, wanting to stick to a routine, putting yourself first. I know it's really hard to put yourself first in situations. You want to care for other people, but you need to care for yourself first. Hard work, staying focused. Yeah, definitely organization and planning everything. Planning studies, planning your nutrition, planning working out, planning everything. It's hard. Yeah, thank you very much for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I put down for you like you are very talented in the triathlon and stuff. I mean, I've sat down and watched that, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. I mean, running, swimming, and I tend to like giving up, but there are some things that I just feel like, oh no, I can't do this. I have to quit. But you all that, so I say you are so talented in multitasking, and then you are also tolerant. I mean, you tend to do like a lot of things at the same time, but you still don't feel like you're getting burned out. I feel that so much. You are dedicated. You buying a new car. I mean, at your age, a brand new car, and then just getting up and working out and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna get this car," and then you have it all planned. Like you're making the payments. You're up to it, so you are very dedicated. And then again, for sharing the eating disorder. And it takes a lot of patience and dedication to do that too. So I feel like I have that.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
So my successes were not near as monumental as your guys'. My first success has been getting back into working out. Took a long break from that, and it feels good to get back into being healthy, working out, making a schedule to do that, balance that with school. My second success has been in my room, organizing all my clothes, donating stuff to Goodwill, being organized in my life. My third one would be getting into nursing school and finishing up my CNA. I finished my CNA in high school and then went right from high school to nursing. So I think out of the three, that one would be my biggest success because that took like the most dedication in planning throughout high school and figuring out how I was going to do it. One success that I've had in the past few weeks would be keeping organized with all of my homework and studying for all my tests. And one anticipated success over the next few weeks would be studying for more tests that I have coming up.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think you overall, you seem like you have you're very organized also. And it seems like we all have that factor, but you seem like you have everything planned out. And like even when you had your CNA, you might not have had that on your plan for the future, but it's like cool to see that you were now utilizing it and helping it to further more events and organizations within your life. So, and then on top of being able to be a gift is giving. always. And I think it's really cool that you're able to give away a bunch of your clothes, be able to organize through what do I really need, what do I not really need, because I struggle with that. So good for you. Keep it up.
Yeah, that's what I put down for you too. I feel like I saw a lot of organizations, like starting from making a schedule and, organizing your wardrobe and stuff. So you are pretty organized. And so I feel like you are good. You go to high school and then right then you again join the nursing school. I mean, most of us will be like, oh, I need to take a break or take a vacation and stuff. So I like back to school. So I feel like you're so courageous in that area. And also you are very responsible because I mean you have like your things planned ahead of time. Good job.
Thank you. So moving on to the debriefing. What were your thoughts and feelings throughout this experience? How do you respond to the impact of giving and receiving positive feedback?
Personally, I am awful about receiving positive feedback, like compliments. I'm good at receiving feedback and being like, okay, how can I get better at that? But when people just give me straight up compliments, I'm like, okay, thank you. Like it's hard to just like sit there and accept those because you always look at the flaws and how much you can do better. So it's nice to like sit down in an environment where we're all just walking around in a circle and giving each other compliments because I'm like, okay, they're taking compliments too. I'm taking compliments. Like we do need to appreciate ourselves some time, which is part of the being able to de-stress and take a step back from all of those like crazy stuff going on with school. So it was a good experience, I would say.
For me, I just like Emily said, it's kind of hard to take compliments from people. Sometimes, like, I would say no, or no, that's not how I feel, or like I just don't fully take it because I feel like there has to be something that I don't deserve. I don't know, just me. But it makes me better. It makes me motivated when I hear from other people, like what they're doing, or if I hear someone else going through what I'm going, then I feel like, oh, it gives me, so it motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm the only one suffering. If I'm suffering, let me say, like now with the nursing school, there's so many things coming up, like exams, like week. So I mean, it makes me better knowing that I'm not the only one who's suffering. Someone else out there is feeling I'm feeling.
Yeah, I agree.
I find it hard to. I feel like I'm good. I'm okay at giving compliments. I find it hard to give compliments and to receive compliments because I don't know what to say, how to receive it. But feedback, I'm better at receiving feedback, like you said. Because you can say, okay, I need to work on this. I think that that's hard to receive. Let's see here. Do you guys think it costs us to give a compliment?
What? I didn't hear that.
So one of the questions was, what did it cost you to give a compliment or to give feedback?
I feel like it costs being able to be more open, and sometimes I feel like I have more of a wall around, especially when you're with a group of like a small group of people that you're just working on for a single project. So being able to be more open with your group allows you to become more comfortable, and then you guys are able to work a lot better. So I could see how that ties into the integrity of a small group and how they communicate with one another.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm so used to, like, I don't know, maybe it's because of my work, but I'm so used to looking for negative comments versus the positive. So it's like because I don't know.
I think it costs a little bit of trust and support from the people that you are talking to, because if you don't trust those people, then they can take what you're saying in a different way, or just like not understand what you're saying. So yeah, I think it takes a lot of support in those people.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you guys have anything else to add? Any other questions that you want to add to the end of this?
I thought one of the last questions that they had on this little guide was kind of interesting, of why don't we do this more within groups? And it's because it's so uncomfortable and you're like, oh, I don't even know this group already. And so like to put myself out there and share like major successes that you've had in your own life kind of like brings the stress and anxiety of sitting here with random people down. So you feel a lot more comfortable, and like I said, the dynamics of the team just work a lot better. So I wish we did more, but it's hard to put yourself in that position.
Right. I think you're with a small group, definitely.
Yeah. Kind of feel this time around, it's different from the very because we kind of getting to know each other now, and maybe being a little bit more comfortable with each other versus when we first met and you're just like, oh, I don't know what to say because I don't know them. But I feel like when you friendly, it kind of breaks the ice. People are willing to, and
Yeah. I agree.
Do you guys have anything else to add?
Nope. I think it was a good conversation.
I think so too. Thank you both for sharing experiences and successes.
Yeah, it was a good eye opener to maybe how we could include that in our nursing careers in the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, awesome.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
And thank you for taking over.